Here it is, smallest, lightest and most affordable RF mount lens so far. In this video I will compare it with its popular EF mount counterpart, EF 50mm 1.8 STM. Size-wise they are basically identical. On my kitchen scale, RF mount version weighs 192 grams and the EF version is 190 grams. Still, EF lens must be used with an adapter on mirrorless. So when you factor that in, total weight jumps to 300 grams. Also, adapter adds an extra 2.5 centimeters or about an inch in freedom units in total lens size. Because of that, new RF mount lens makes the camera and lens combination visibly smaller. I really like how it balances on the new R5 and R6. You can hardly notice the weight on the camera and it looks unobtrusive. Both lenses are of similar build quality, plastic outside with the metal lens mount. I bought the EF version as soon as it came out in 2015 and after 5 years of use don't have any complaints regarding build quality. RF lens should be at least equal or better in the long run. Neither lens has optical stabilization, weather sealing and is not delivered with a lens hood. Focus ring rotates infinitely on both lenses because both use focus-by-wire system. The difference is that the one on RF lens can act as a assignable multifunction ring. You can toggle between focus and control function with a switch on the side of the lens. The downside is that there is no manual focus switch. It needs to be enabled in the main camera menu. I don't know why they couldn't implement another mechanical switch like the EF mount version has it. Still, if you want quick access to manual focus, it will not be a problem as the focus ring is always active. Just be sure to disable shutter button focusing and use back button focus for autofocus. This way you will not change manually adjusted focus when you take a picture. Front element extends on both lenses, but it does not rotate. I don't know if you can notice this over video, but the RF lens focuses faster. EF lens is not bad at all, but the new RF mount version simply flies. As for accuracy, they seem identical to me. Almost no problems whatsoever, even in the low light. Some occasional hunting can occur, but that was mostly my error by not selecting proper focus point size for the subject. RF mount version accepts 43mm filter and the EF has 49mm thread. Let's take a look at optical properties now. Both lenses are plenty sharp in the center, all ready for maximum aperture. Nothing to complain about here. In the corners, new RF lens is way better on all apertures. I would say they completely level out only at around f8. Neither lens suffers from focus shift. Very nice. There is a lot of focus breathing on both of these lenses. Avid filmmakers will not be thrilled by this. Lateral chromatic aberrations are so low they are hard to notice at 100% magnification. Nothing to worry about here. As for longitudinal aberrations, both lenses also perform similar. This is typical level of aberrations for inexpensive bright primes. Both lenses have low distortion. EF mount has just a slight barrel distortion best seen in the corners, while the RF shows tiny pincushion. In both cases practically irrelevant. Corner performance is better already wide open on the RF lens, as it has less pronounced aberrations. They are almost gone at 2.8 and it is perfect by f4. EF lens is a full stop worse as it gets really good only at 5.6. Both lenses have similar level of vignetting, which is mostly gone around f2.8 and basically not visible beyond that. Here is what it looks like in real life photos. Even if you shoot wide open, it can be removed easily in post. Both lenses show flare artifacts with bright light sources in the frame. Bokeh looks almost identical from both lenses. I really can't point out any significant difference. Same can be said about the autofocus light sources. Basically identical, except the RF lens renders them a bit rounder at f2.8. If you look closely, you will see it. RF lens can focus closer and has just a slightly higher magnification. The difference is not really that big, but it could push some users toward the RF lens, especially if they have a habit of taking close-ups on a regular basis. Sunstar is almost identical on both lenses. RF is just maybe slightly better defined earlier from smaller apertures, but this is really tiny difference and is not of importance in real-life applications. Overall, the new RF mount lens has impressive performance. Compared to EF version, it is significantly sharper in the corners, has a bit better close focus, lower amount of chroma, and focus is faster. It is a native RF mount camera lens, so it makes smaller and lighter camera and lens combination. I think it will be superb walk-around companion if you like 50mm focal length. If you find it a bit too narrow for walk-around, take a look at RF 35mm lens. I reviewed that one as well, the link is in description. EF lens is not bad at all, but cannot exactly match RF performance in some aspects. If you don't have either lens, my recommendation is to get the new RF mount. It may be twice as expensive than the EF version, but still it is only $200 or euros. If you find this expensive, you are in the wrong hobby. Even if you already have the old EF lens, it might be worth the upgrade just because of the size reduction and corner performance difference. That's all for this review. If you have a question, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. For those of you in Croatia, you can find me in real life in Anigota store where I work and try this lens personally. Those of you from other countries, please use Amazon affiliate links as I get a small commission from every purchase. Thanks for watching.